Long ago, when the world was bright and full of stories, an evil wizard gained the power to touch the face of God. Narrativa, goddess of stories and weaver of our world, banished him to the void, but not before he stole a piece of her divine essence. With this newfound power, the wizard lay a dread curse upon all the world, the Glyph Purge, which struck from the minds of all mortals the knowledge of how to read and write. Now, all that stand between the Isle of Meotia and an age of endless ignorance are the bards, who tell stories of distant lands, exotic creatures, and brave heroes. This is one such tale. Hello and welcome to Challenge Rating Zero, the latest and greatest Dungeons & Dragons podcast to hit the internet airwaves. I am Sam, your Dungeon Master, and I am joined as always by my longtime friends and adventuring companions.
Hello, I'm Brian, and I play Hektor the Gatekeeper.
Hey, I'm Beth, and once again, maybe finally the truth this time. It might be my last time playing Rilla Longshadow. It feels like I've been waiting for my execution for like months.
Months.
You know what I mean?
Sam's just been sitting here with a gun to her head, just like, I'll do it.
Yeah, it has taken so long to get here. So let's do it.
Hey there, I'm Alex, and tonight I'll be playing Ruger Firehide.
And last but not least, in this funeral for a friend, we have the man who calls himself Michael, but who we call Parker. Michael Parker playing the druid Zurabak. Say hi, Parker.
Friend, strong word.
Fantastic. We are joined once again for a tale of epic fantasy. When last we left our heroes, Hektor, Rilla, Zurabak, and the lawman Ruger Firehide were accompanying the stricken, Rilla's Aunt Arafin, as well as Rilla's sister Dara, and a small cadre of elven archers deep into the heart of the Springvale Forest, that they might complete a twofold quest. 1, recover a Death's Head Orchid, a rare magical plant, which is an important ingredient in the spell they need to complete to save the world from the Glyph Purge. And 2, to destroy the Martyr's Tree, an ancient, powerful tree in the heart of the Springvale Forest, which is the engine, the keystone of the veil that covers this ancient elven forest, protecting it from outside forces. Blight from the Badlands is reaching deep into the heart of this ancient wood and threatens to corrupt all of it in one fell swoop if it captures the magical essence in this martyr's tree. Rilla has to go forth, summon the spirit from within, and slay it by her own elven hand. The last thing our heroes did was form this posse and charge headlong into a horde of undead that stands between them and their goal. They can see the blood-red boughs of the martyr's tree in the distance, and they have been mowing their way through a horde of undead to get there. Ruger and Hektor in the front lines, cutting down enemies, while Rilla lobs some fireballs to clear out some space. They have punched a hole in this enemy horde, but a couple of heavyweights have shown up, a couple of wights, and a lich have appeared on the field, providing some extra challenge. And so we begin where we ended last time, in the midst of battle. I've got the initiative order here from the last time we played, and we're just going to get right back into it with round 3 of combat. So, you all are in a tight-knit group. Hektor and Ruger in the front, Rilla's in the middle with Arafin, and the stricken Zurabak is bringing up the rear, and you are surrounded by a horde of zombies. 2 of these incredibly pale-skinned, red-eyed wights are towering above their companions, menacing you with magic, and the only thing standing between your group and the Martyr's Tree before you is this imperious-looking elven corpse, capped with a crown that hovers above the ground in front of you. Snake is at the top of the order. It is Snake's turn. The serpent the size of a small train. What does Snake do?
Bite something?
Fantastic. There is a zombie right in Snake's path. The snake lashes out with his large, venomous fangs at one of these zombies. An elven corpse reanimated with dark magic, covered head to toe in crackling magical runes of elvish script. What'd you get on your attack roll?
Hold on 1 second. I didn't bring up snake stats.
That's okay.
Let's see.
Boy, coffee's pretty great, you guys. I don't know about you, but I'm a
What a
fan.
kickstart.
Roll the 7.
Did you hear how good that intro was? I didn't stumble once. Thanks, coffee.
15 to hit.
15 is enough to hit one of these zombies. Your snake's fangs skitter off of a magical barrier, but through determination, powers through.
And I assume they are immune to poison.
Being that they are undead zombies, they are unfortunately immune to your serpent's poison.
12 points of damage.
That is a dead zombie. Your snake rises up and lashes out, its fangs bearing a zombie to the ground as it rolls over him like a freight train. Excellent. Next up, we've got Hektor. Hektor the Gatekeeper, Keeper of the Gates. Now, your last turn, you had taken a couple of throwing axes and you tossed them at one of these wights, these pale-skinned, red-eyed undead looming over the rest of these zombies. They're covered in even more magical script than the baseline zombies, and the last thing these wights did was shoot some scorching rays at the trees behind you, where your elven backup is firing arrows into this horde. You have the attention of this wight. You're still 10 feet away from it. What do you do?
There's like zombies between me and it?
Yeah, there's
right?
about 2 zombies directly between you and it.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and swing on one of those zombies.
Your massive, oversized maul falls like a comet into the rotten flesh of one of these zombies. What's that attack roll?
I'm going to do power attack -3,
Excellent.
because fuck a zombie.
Yep.
23 to hit.
23 is absolutely a hit. Your hammer falls like deadly rain. What's the damage?
Ooh, I rolled low, so it's 21 points of damage.
Yeah. You obliterate the zombie. You splatter it. The might of your barbarian muscles propelling your oversized maul through its form. It, splatters in a pink mist, and you carry the momentum through to zombie number 2. Cleave. Roll an attack roll. Oh, I'm sorry.
Can I 5-foot step and cleave?
Do you have...
If you had the 3rd level of cleave, the epic feat.
Yeah, you can't... Yeah, you can't 5-foot step between cleaves, because there's... Yeah.
Okay, but you can 5-foot step and then take a second attack, right?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'll go ahead and take this cleave, just because less zombies is good. That one is 19 to hit.
That is a hit. Once again, you overcome a zombie's magical armor and blast through its shell to...
23 points of damage.
absolutely destroy it. In one fell swoop, you splatter 2 zombies, clearing the path to this wight.
And then I 5-foot step forward and take my second attack. Okay. It's a 16 on the dice for a 24 total.
That is a hit. As you step up to this wight, it stares daggers at you. Its red eyes glow in the shadows of the canopy above your head, and its skin is writhing with tattoos and elvish script that flash as you approach and attack it, but you're able to overcome its magical defenses and do damage. What's the damage, sir?
28 points of damage.
Excellent.
Barbarian.
That's almost max with the power attack.
You deliver a crushing blow. You shatter one of its arms as it raises it up, waves of dark energy whirling at its fingertips. It staggers. That's the word I'm looking for. Whew. It staggers to the side, but it is still standing, still alive, still full of anger and rage. What do you do?
I snarl at it.
Is that all your attacks?
That's all my
Okay.
attack.
I lose track sometimes. You get so many if you do it right. So yeah.
Yeah, cleaves is what makes that happen. But I get 2 regular attacks.
You clear the path to this white, close the distance, and lay a solid blow against it. Nicely done. That is Hektor's turn. Zurabak, it is your turn. You are bringing up the rear. This giant horde of zombies has parted thanks to the Vanguard and Rilla's fireballs. There is an opening for your party to advance. However, the zombies have started to close in a loop behind you and are now blocking your escape. What do you do?
Sounds about right, right?
Yeah, I felt that. I felt that in my soul.
You give a zombie a raspberry, it giggles. It's very weird.
What a cute interaction.
Oh, God damn it. Now he's the king of the zombies.
No, it wouldn't be king. It'd be
Czar of the zombies.
That's the next one.
No, they're zombies, so he'd be a
Zombie
pharaoh
czar?
of the zombies.
Why? Wait.
No.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you be a pharaoh of mummies and
Listen.
a czar of zombies?
Listen.
Just pharaoh of the undead. Just throw all of them
No.
under there. They're all
No.
mindless.
You haven't earned
Nah.
undead. You've arguably earned
No.
zombie.
What do you got, Zurabak?
I guess I'm gonna take steps forward and use aspect of nature for endurance and strength, I guess.
Cool. So you pull on the power of the wild places and you augment your physicality with the spirits of the toughest and strongest beasts of the wild. Your muscles surge with strength. You go fucking Super Saiyan. And yeah, how much is your strength and constitution increased by?
Strength goes up by 8. Constitution goes up by 4, and dexterity goes down by 4.
Excellent. Even easier for me to put hands on. Thank you for that.
Listen, it's a 10 now. If you miss, that's your own damn fault.
It sure is, Parker. It sure is. Excellent. So yeah, you surge with untold primal power and fury. Is that your action to do that?
Yeah, because I don't know if you can apply the wild shape feats to this.
I don't.
Otherwise, I'd probably get wild shape feats to make it a quick
I don't
action.
think so. But yeah, so you see this wall of zombies closing in behind you, and you take a couple steps forward towards your companions, and you go fucking Super Saiyan, and you just wait for the pain. Excellent. That is
But you know what? It's the pain's turn.
Ruger Firehide, you are up next. You are standing face to face with the other white. Your last turn, you did some fancy 2-weapon fighting, carving into it. It stares at you with gleaming red eyes full of fury. What do you do?
I'm gonna continue my onslaught of attacks with my flaming battle axe and my spiked steel shield. So for my first attack roll, I rolled good. That is a 31, including the Inspire Courage.
Holy
So
crow.
that's
That is
nice.
definitely going to be a hit. Yeah, let us not forget, dear listeners, the Inspire Courage that Hektor, our bard, bestowed upon our party.
3 rounds left.
That's not a great damage roll, though, to be honest. In total, including the Inspire Courage, that is 7 regular points of damage and a lowly 2 points of fire damage.
Points on the board, my friend.
Wait. I'm sorry. Add 2 more points of damage because of favored enemy undead.
Excellent.
Yeah. All right. So then
I
I'm
don't
gonna.
know. Are they undead?
Yes.
Are the elven corpses ripping up from the grave undead? Yes, they are.
So that's 19 to hit.
19, unfortunately, is not quite enough. Your flaming axe skitters off the magical armor surrounding this creature an inch above its flesh.
That's fine because I was just doing that as a distraction to stick him with my steel shield on this one.
There you go.
Maybe. 22. I'm not.
That is a hit.
Yay! That's the good stuff. Now, damage is a problem with the steel shield, but. Well, max damage is good. So 8 points of damage, bludgeoning. And let's go ahead and round it out with this last attack. 20, dirty 20 in total.
That is a hit.
Woohoo! Yes. Oh, Sam, sorry, add 2 more points of damage to that last spike shield attack. Sorry about that. And then this one, including the Inspire Courage and the +2 for them being undead. Total damage is 3 and then 7, 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
Excellent.
Yeah. I just lay into the son of a bitch. I cut him once with the axe and then slam him a couple times with the spiked steel shield as well, trying to drive him back, continuing to drive forward towards the heart tree.
Absolutely. You unleash a salvo, a flurry of brutal attacks against this white, smashing into him, driving him back a step with your spiked shield as you throw yourself into this enemy. You smash the side of his face off with that last shield attack, your spikes digging into his undead flesh, revealing desiccated bone beneath. Looks like a Terminator. One eye glowing in what should be an empty socket. It looks horrifically damaged, but still stubbornly clinging to unlife.
Gross. I, as a paladin, don't like that.
Rilla Longshadow, it is your turn. You are in the middle of this fracas with your Aunt Arafin and the Stricken. There is a direct line open to the Martyr's Tree. The only thing standing between you and that tree is this lich, this robed, crowned elven corpse, riddled with arcane tattoos so thick it looks like his skin is black. What do you do?
Like he's blocking the way?
He's the only thing between you can, there's space on either side of him to run past, but the only thing between you and the tree is this lich.
I hop on Arafin's horse. Let's go.
Excellent. You climb up on Arafin's horse, making it a very cozy arrangement because Arafin and the Stricken are both on her shadow steed. So you scramble up the back of it, and the Stricken's like, "Oh, okay, I'll just move. Arafin, watch out!" And he scrambles forward, and yeah, the three of you in a row, crammed on this horse, surge forward. Arafin puts the spurs in, and her shadow mount neighs and races forward. It moves with blinding speed. Like the wind rushes in your ears as this horse finally gets its druthers and moves like a cloud scudding over the landscape, flashing past this lich. And you and Arafin and the Stricken enter this broad crimson clearing. You see, now that you're past the tree lines and this horde of undead, the Martyr's Tree before you, a massive, towering tree, as tall as a skyscraper. This enormous, ancient oak whose bark and branches and leaves are all the deepest crimson red. It is like 5 times the size of the biggest tree you've ever seen, and its boughs spread out in this massive canopy that completely shades the blood-red grass at the bottom of this clearing. The second you get into this clearing, you notice on the ground, littered amongst the crimson blades of grass, are a shockingly large amount of what could only be these death's head orchids. You see these very graceful, delicate-looking flowers, long green stems sticking up from the crimson grass, with these hanging blooms that are black with white detailing on them. Every one of them looks like a skull, mouth agape and screaming. They flutter in the breeze that ripples along the floor of this clearing, and their heads waggle, making it look like the jaws of skulls opening and closing. It looks like a field of corpses silently screaming in the wind as you make your way through. The stricken looks down at all of these and says, "Well, it would seem that I was correct. At the very least, the plants we seek are here and can be collected. I did not realize there would be so many. These flowers only grow at the sight of bloody betrayal. I shudder to think what has happened here to make so many grow."
Oh yeah, you shudder? Do you?
Well,
Are you sure you didn't cause these?
I caused some 1,000 years ago, but I don't see why we have to bring up the past at a time like this, Rilla. I mean, come on.
It's just a little weird for you to like throw around, I don't know, judgment against this when you did it yourself, you know? It seems a bit hypocritical.
I didn't do it nearly on this scale. Your Aunt Arafin pipes up. "I think that's enough. Do not forget we have much work to do. Hopefully your friends can keep the undead occupied while we go about our work. I'll take us to the other side of the clearing away from those creatures, and we'll do what we came here to do." Her horse, made of roiling smoke and shadow, surges across this clearing, darting under the boughs of this enormous crimson tree, and settles on the opposite side of the clearing from the insane melee taking place there. And her and the stricken dismount, and Arafin says, "All right. The stricken and myself will need to harness our arcane powers in order to move this clearing to the plane of shadow. Rilla, take your place before the tree. When we remove it from this plane, you will have to summon the spirit within and slay it. I believe in you, child."
How do I do that, though? Do I just have to stand there?
You tried stabbing it.
"It is as I told you many moons ago. Your blood is the key. A single drop will summon the spirit.
Cool.
Your parents would be proud of you. I know they would." And with that, we switch to the bad guy's turn. The Horde, they are up. So, while this battle is raging, while the rest of the party is tearing it up around these undead, you have successfully kept their attention, and they surge towards you. The openings created by your initial assault and the fireballs that Rilla cast start closing as this horde just surrounds you all. Arrows are still being fired from the tree line behind you as these elven archers you brought with you are sending salvos of arrows into the crowd. Now that you've occupied these whites, they're not blasting these trees anymore, so you've saved them. And out the corner of your eye, you see some flashing lights, and out of nowhere, like huge deluges of water appear from nowhere and seem to put these trees out. And as, you know, through giant clouds of smoke and steam, you hear Dara, Rilla's younger sister, screaming out orders. "All right, that's the fires out! Concentrate! We have to keep them busy! Take those motherfuckers down!" And like a lightning bolt crackles from the tree, ripping into a line of these zombies. The zombies themselves reach out towards all of you, closing in around you, and the runes on their bodies spark up with magical energy as lightning crackles on their fingertips, and sickly green beams of energy shoot out at you all. Let's see, Hektor, you got 3 zombies coming at your ass. Let's see. what we got. Okay, so I got, let's see, zombies. So I got an 11, a 10, and a 7. I'm guessing those don't hit you.
Regular armor class or touch?
Touch armor class.
Okay. Yeah, no, they don't.
Fantastic. So these zombies come in, trying to grasp at you with electrified hands. Their ancient elven magic still sewn into their undead flesh, and they're unable to grab hold. Ruger, same for you. Got 3 zombies reaching in at you. So I got 11 and 13, and I got 16 to hit your touch armor class.
Both the 13 and the 16 hit my touch.
Interesting. What's your dexterity modifier?
+2.
Oh, okay. All right. So you're going to get hit by 2 shocking grasp spells. Lightning is going to rip into you from these zombies' grasps. The first spell is going to do 6 points of lightning damage. The second one is going to do 10 points of lightning damage.
Ow!
Yeah. So yeah, there's just a horde of zombies coming at you, reaching at you with magics. Zurabak, 3 of these zombies are...
Snake. He's up there too.
Gotcha. He's gonna get... I'm gonna hit him after you.
I just figured you're going order from front to back.
Well, I forgot about Snake, but you reminded me, but I'm already on you. So this is how we do it. So 3 of these zombies
Hey, look, they hit.
they're going to point at you, and these green beams of energy are going to shoot out at you from these 3 zombies, and all 3 of them hit your touch armor class. So yeah, you get hit with 3 rays of enfeeblement.
Oh.
With the negatives, what's your touch armor class?
Oh.
8.
So the first one of these beams does 7 points of strength damage, and then the second beam does 2 points of strength damage, and then another 2. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 points of strength damage. As these 3 green beams of energy blast out from the palms of these zombies and just hit you at 3 different spots, sapping the strength from you with necromantic energy.
Whew. That hurts. That hurts.
How much? 11?
11.
11 all day. Yes, sir.
All right, I'm still at 18.
I know. So that is going to be... now it's the White's turn. These big turbo zombies, these glowing red-eyed menaces. One is standing right in front of... Oh, no, wait, hold on. Next 3 zombies attack Snake. Let's see. Only one of those is a hit. Your Snake gets hit with a shocking grasp for 6 points of damage. As electricity...
I don't know. What'd they hit his touch?
They got a 6.
Yeah, that doesn't touch him.
Okay, so yeah, one of them hits, so he takes 5 points of damage.
His touch is 14.
That's better than mine.
That's better than mine.
Yeah, one of these is a 19.
I'm just making sure he doesn't have shit armor.
Yeah, I know. I rolled really high. One of these hit, and it was 5 points of damage. And then the Whites go. So there's one of these fuckers right in front of Hektor, and it is going to reach out its hand and try to grasp you. Let's see. With a touch attack. And...
Is he sure? Does he want to grapple? Is that what is he doing? Does he want to wrestle me?
Oh, you wish, bud. Let's see.
Somebody get the oil.
I know how to do a stone cold stunner, so...
So that is an 11 to hit your touch armor class, Hektor.
My touch armor class is 12.
Fantastic. This creature reaches out a hand at you that is roiling with this dark energy, and it tries to snatch at you. You duck out of the way, and its hand goes whooshing past your head, and you hear like the crackling of dark magic in its palm as you narrowly avoid its grasp. Ruger Firehide, this White is going to grasp at you. Also rolled shit. So that's 9 to hit your touch armor class. I'm guessing that's a miss.
That's a miss.
Boy, I'm doing my best here, guys. And then the Lich goes. Before your very eyes, the Lich hovering in the air in the midst of all this chaos is going to shimmer, and then 4 identical copies of this Lich are going to spawn out from its form, moving, dancing around it in unison, copying all of its motions. This Lich has cast Mirror Image. There are now 5 of these Liches hanging out in its square, indistinguishable which one is real and which one's not.
Oh, gross. Doctor Strange.
And that is the bad guy's turn. So, that wasn't so bad.
Can I use a bardic knowledge check to know which one is the correct?
No. No, you can't.
Is there lore on which one is always the correct one?
Christ. So that's going to bring us back to the top of the order. With Snake. It is Snake's turn.
Snake.
Snake bites.
Fight them.
He bites
Yeah.
with his mouth hole. Ugh.
Does he?
If maybe a zombie, who knows? I don't know what's in front of him. He's just biting.
Yeah, there's a bunch of zombies in front of him. Snake is basically like the entire left flank of your formation at this point. There's just a wall of Snake holding back a horde of zombies, and he's just chomping at him. What'd you get, Parker?
15 to hit.
15 is a hit on a zombie. Nicely done.
Oh, shit. 16. He has ears.
Yep.
He's encouraged.
Bardic Inspiration. Snake's fangs find purchase in a spell-stitched elven corpse.
11, 12, 13, 14 damage.
Dead zombie. Snatched right out. Your snake is slithering around and just bearing zombies to the fucking earth. Just smashing its giant form into them, running them right over. Nicely done. That makes it Hektor's turn. Hektor, you're staring down a white. It tried to cast a spell at you and missed. It is your turn.
So there's 3 zombies currently around me?
Yeah, there's 3 zombies at your ass and then a white in front of you.
Okay, Hektor is going to stare the white in the eyes and take a wide swing towards the white. It's going to be such a wide swing that he's actually swinging first on one of the zombies. Power attack -4.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Does a 30 hit?
It does indeed.
I'm sorry, that was a 31. I rolled a 19 on the dice. That's pretty good. That's 28 points of damage.
That is a dead zombie. Cleave.
I cleave into the next zombie. 29. I rolled a 17 on the dice.
That is a hit.
29 to hit that one. That is 25 points of damage.
Another dead zombie. Cleave.
And then this will cleave into the white. And finally, my true attack takes form.
Okay. Well, you killed 2 zombies. There's still 1 zombie at your ass. Did you want to hit that or ignore it?
I'll hit it with my second attack.
Okay.
26 to hit the white.
You are cleaving into the white and you make contact.
Oof. 23 points of damage.
Beefy.
With this
Power attack plus rage.
with this formidable blow, you absolutely kill this white. You sweep through 2 of the zombies behind you, and following the momentum of that blow, your hammer finds purchase on the side of this white's head, and you smash it clean off of its body. The arcane runes on its flesh writhe and flash and then disappear, and its bone white husk falls dead once more to the loam.
And as I complete my swing, I hit the other zombie with 1 more cleave. 23 to hit.
That's a hit.
26 points of damage.
Dead zombie. Nicely done.
Is there a zombie 5-foot stuffable for me?
Yes.
I kill one more zombie.
Okay, great.
Is the 20-something to hit.
Absolutely.
I do 18 points of damage before rolling.
Amazing. You
More.
Yeah, with a masterful, devastating pirouette, you swing your maul above your head and lower it to head level, and then, following the momentum, swinging almost drunkenly in the midst of your rage, you destroy a whole handful of undead, decimating the zombie and sweeping the area around you clear of whites and zombies. Nicely done. That is Hector's turn.
Inspire courage. 2 rounds left.
That's going to bring us to...
I feel inspired.
Yeah, that was inspiring for sure. That's fucking badass. That's going to bring us to Zurabak.
I don't particularly care for these strength sappers, so
Yeah.
Zurabak's going to charge them.
Fantastic. Yeah, they're in a cluster just a little bit to your right.
He's probably going to use a spear.
Sounds like a plan.
Let's see. Math. Does 17 hit?
A 17 does hit. As you snarl and charge at these zombies trying desperately to sap your strength, your spear finds purchase, resisting for just a moment on their arcane armor before piercing through.
-1, so plus with the stupid thing. 14 points of damage.
That is a dead zombie. Absolutely wrecked. You rush forward and plant your spear firmly in its chest, ripping it free, and the zombie falls, its arcane tattoos winking out of existence as it does. Nicely done. So yeah, you charge and ferociously dispatch one of these zombies. You're now standing right next to the other 2 that were trying to sap your strength. And yeah, that is your turn. Unless you got anything else.
Not that I'm aware of.
Fantastic. That's going to bring us to Ruger Firehide. Ruger, you are staring down a white. You got 3 zombies at your butt. What do you do?
First and foremost, I still view the white as the biggest threat, so I'm going to sink
Absolutely.
a flaming battle axe into his half face. I'm going to do so with a 28 to hit.
That is absolutely a hit. Roll damage.
So 12 points of regular damage and 4 points of fire damage.
With this blow, you dispatch this white. You bring your flaming axe down and split its face in half. You cut this thing halfway down its torso. The flames burn and blacken its desiccated flesh, and its arcane runes flash and disappear as it falls to the earth. Nicely done. White destroyed.
Cool.
There's still 3 zombies at your back.
There definitely are. So I rip my axe free from the body of the white and attempt to sink it into the first of the 3 zombies. That is 17 to hit.
That is a hit.
Hey! Alright, so then... okay, so 11 points of regular damage, and slashing damage, and 5 points of fire damage.
You dispatch this zombie. After cutting down the white, you pivot and slash your axe across this thing's midsection, carving right through it. That zombie is dropped.
Alright, and then I'm going to try and do a 4-punch with my steel shield. You know, I'm just going to go straight for the rotting throat of another zombie with my shield. That's big numbers. That's in 30s to hit.
That's absolutely a hit.
Yeah. That's solid. So with the +2 and the +1, so it's +7. So 10 points of damage with the steel shield.
Nice. You bring your shield to bear and crush the throat of this zombie. Its head flops down on its neck and it shambles, but it's still barely on its feet.
That's fine, because I'm going to bring a crunching blow down with my shield on the top of its now exposed crown of its head.
Absolutely you are.
Ooh, I definitely am, too, because that's pretty solid. So that is a 19 to hit.
Yep.
And then, 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
With that crushing blow, you splatter the zombie's head wide open with your spiked shield, and it falls to the ground destroyed. Nicely done.
Nice.
Yeah, with a flurry of strikes, you've dispatched the zombies around you and the white. Nice.
I think there's one zombie still on me, isn't there?
There's one zombie at your ass, yes. But there's zombies just fucking everywhere.
Yeah, very true.
Nice. So that is Ruger's turn. We are going to switch to Rilla. Rilla Longshadow. You are standing before the martyr's tree. The ancient central focal point of the veil that covers your homeland, the largest, oldest tree in the entire Springvale forest. Behind you, your Aunt Arafin and the stricken Antony Geist start intoning some arcane syllables and tracing symbols in the air before them. They make a strange sort of harmony as they start chanting in unison, and their hands flutter before them, making these arcane symbols. It almost looks like a weird, grim dance from your perspective. Antony's low voice strangely syncing with your aunt's sort of warbly higher pitch. And after a few moments, a familiar manifestation happens. A slight breeze stirs from nowhere, rustling the stricken's snow-white hair, and his eyes snap open and are radiating a dark energy. And a line appears on the ground of this clearing, parting the crimson blades of grass in a pitch black, shimmering line that starts at the feet of your aunt and the stricken and slowly creeps to either side of them, gaining in speed as their chanting reaches a fever pitch, and then this line darts outward to left and right until it fully loops around this entire clearing in the blink of an eye. It shoots upward, creating this sort of shimmering black curtain around the tree entirely, with you on the inside and them just barely on the outside. And in the blink of an eye, this shimmering curtain of dark energy goes from being transparent to opaque. You no longer see your aunt or the stricken. You no longer see the sky or the trees outside the clearing. All you see is blackness. The sounds of battle are gone. There's no wind. Everything is deadly calm and deadly still as you stand before this immense, towering, blood-red tree. What do you do?
I walk up to the tree, and I guess I cut my hand using my long sword, since that's what I have.
Nice.
And I kind of fling it onto the bark of the tree.
Beautiful. You draw your long sword and run it quickly across the palm of your hand and fling a few drops of your elven blood. They splatter upon the bark of this tree, and they don't drip down it. They are immediately absorbed into the crimson bark, like you'd throw it on a sponge. And the point that the blood makes contact starts to ripple, and those ripples become more and more pronounced, and they spread out along the bark of this tree, shuddering its highest branches. Its roots start to twitch in the soil beneath it, and you hear a voice say, "Blood knows blood. Blood heeds blood." And a form starts to emerge from the trunk of this tree. You see a ghastly specter, a towering 15-foot tall spirit that looks like a mass of jet black gossamer fibers writhing in a breeze that you cannot feel. There is the vague outline of a head that looks as if it's hooded, and gleaming green eyes flash menacingly in your direction as this towering wraith-like form comes oozing out of the tree. It is only vaguely humanoid, this head and shoulders, the body disappearing into trails of inky energy at the bottom, and it towers over you and looks down at you and says, "You summon the guardian child of the wood. What would you have of us?"
I need this tree to die in order to save the forest and save what's left of Clan Longshadow.
The spectral form in front of you seems to balk at that. Its form writhes. It seems to straighten up a little bit. Its hooded head pulling back, and it says, "Kill the tree. The tree is the forest. The tree was the first, the father and mother. It is the heart of the wood. The souls of your ancestors reside within. We guard, we protect. Who are you to kill the martyr's tree?"
Well, I'm just, an elf. I'm not special, but if I leave you here to guard us, you will be corrupted, and through your corruption, will destroy us. So, look, I don't feel good about this, okay? But it has to happen. So let's just get the fight started. Let's go. I know you don't want to do it. It's fine.
The wraith hovers down a little bit and gets a little closer to your face and says, "You say you are not special. We smell the magic in you. We taste the arcane in your blood. Your sacrifice will make us stronger. You, child of Longshadow, are very special indeed." And it starts to reach out an inky tendril in your direction.
You know what? That makes things a lot easier. Thank you for that, because now you're just another old elf trying to steal my magic. Let's go.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. Here's what we're going to do, Rilla. You and this thing are in your own fight, so we're going to roll initiative.
Okay.
Between you and this wraith. Ready, go.
Okay. First roll with my prismatic dice. I got a 17.
Okay. The wraith got 23.
Great.
So unfortunately, this wraith's going to go first. So as you stare this thing down and are reaffirmed in your belief that this thing needs to die, it is going to reach out a ghostly tendril of the dark energy that makes up its form, and it is going to try to place this tendril upon your person. Let's see. I got a 18 to hit your touch armor class.
Yeah, you definitely got me.
Okay. It places this tendril on your chest, like right above your heart, and you feel the second this thing touches you, your life begin to sap out of you. You feel exhaustion, you feel fear, you feel this dread wash over you at the sight and scope of this thing. And you were going to take some damage. Let's see. You take 8 points of damage. And you are also going to take... you're going to take 7 points of damage to your Constitution score.
Oh my. That half my con.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So, yeah, your Constitution score is reduced by 7 points as this thing pulls the life out of you. Your skin becomes pale, your cheeks sunken. You feel this thing drag the life out of you as it places a hand on you. Your blood is ours. What do you do?
It's my turn.
It is.
Cool. My blood is my own. Do I need a 5-foot step back to cast a spell? Let's do that.
I would.
Yeah, 5-foot step back. And I cast Polymorph, and I turn into a 9-headed Hydra.
Holy shit, Beth. What?
Yep, I'm gonna be a Hydra.
Okay.
So I can fuck it up with all the bites.
So you cast one of your newest spells, Polymorph, a powerful shape-changing spell, and you turn your bipedal humanoid body into that of a Hydra with 9 heads?
Yep.
Holy shit. Yeah, you cast this magic and you fully embrace the shape-changer lifestyle that you've cultivated over these months adventuring outside of the forest, and you physically alter your form as drastically as arguably you ever have. Your body sprouts this pebbly, tough hide. You grow a large tail that streaks out behind you. You rest on all fours as your legs become these powerful, almost like elephant-like legs, and your neck stretches and your head parts into 9 different heads on the ends of 9 long necks, and you stand powerful and terrifying in front of this wraith. Holy shitballs. All right. Okay, flash to the rest of the fight outside. So,
in Greek mythology, Hydra blood is like the most deadliest venom in the world.
Man, if we were following Greek mythology, that'd be good to know.
It'd be useless too, because it's dead. But yeah.
All right.
I mean, it's killed gods, so like
Okay.
it could probably kill the undead.
Back outside the clearing, the undead surge. The elven archers continue their salvo. They have actually cut down quite a huge chunk of this horde. You were looking at hundreds of zombies, and you all have taken out quite a few, disabled some others. You've taken out some of these big hitters, and the elven archers have like winnowed down this enormous horde with their onslaught of ranged attacks to like half its previous size. There is a much smaller force now, and it seems with fewer zombies present and with these whites destroyed, they seem to be a little more aimless and shambling. They're sort of like wandering around, not quite sure which direction to go in. And some of them have started stalking off towards the trees to try to feast upon the elves hiding there. But a couple of them are still going to strike at you guys. So there's going to be 2 zombies coming at Hektor with some shocking grasps, clawing at you frantically to put electricity in your body. Let's see. One of those is a miss, but 17 hits your touch armor class, right, Hektor?
No.
Don't be silly. You're going to take 9 points of lightning damage. 2 zombies are going to scrabble at Ruger Firehide. Does a 16 hit your touch?
It unfortunately does.
Does a 14 hit your touch?
It also does.
Okay, you are going to take 3 points of shocking damage from the first blow, and 5 points of shocking damage from the second blow as these zombies grab a hold of you and channel lightning into your body. And then there's 2 zombies by Zurabak that now that he is right next to him, they're going to try to electrocute him. Let's see. One of these...
Yeah, that hits.
Well, one got a 5, so...
Well, it needs to try harder.
Okay, so only one of them manages to hit you. Surprisingly enough, that's 7 points of lightning damage. 2 of them
I
attack.
actually take damage.
2 of them attack Snake. That is 13 and 16.
16 hits.
Okay, Snake's gonna take 7 points of lightning damage. So as the zombies coalesce and swarm towards you, they're much less focused and much less dense than before. They scrabble at you, channeling lightning into your bodies. The Lich hovering above all this, who now has several mirror images of him floating around him, is going to extend his hands outward, and a enormous blast of magical energy is going to sweep across this battlefield. The air is going to become incredibly cold, and a chill wind cuts through all of you as a hail of magical hailstones pound down to the ground in a huge swath of area. This is a 20-foot radius burst, so I'd say that gets everybody. This Lich casts Ice Storm. Great magical hailstones pound down for 1 full round. Let's see. Everyone needs to make... Oh, actually, there are no saves. Okay. So a giant ice storm fills the forest as these giant hailstones pound down. Y'all got to take some damage. Wow, okay. So, as these hailstones rain down on everyone in this battle, channeled by the Lich, that's going to be 9 points of bludgeoning damage and an extra 6 points of cold damage. So it's going to be 15 points of damage altogether to everybody in this fight.
I have the Boots of the Winterlands.
Okay.
Do I take cold damage?
You do take cold damage. You are immune from extremes of weather, but not from cold damage. So, a giant ice storm pounds down on our adventuring party as enormous hailstones bludgeon you from the air.
How much was it overall? Sorry.
15.
15, okay.
And that is the...
Owie.
that is the undead's turn. And that is going to bring us to the top of the order. So, it is Snake's turn. There's a bunch of zombies. There's also a Lich.
There's no way in hell he's going to hit that Lich, so he's going to bite that Lich.
Okay, yeah, Snake surges over to where the Lich is hovering and takes a swing.
Nat 1.
Okay. Your snake is hypnotized for a moment by the ever-shifting mirror copies of this Lich and just bites at open fucking air. It is not even close, unfortunately. It lashes out with its fangs but finds no purchase. All right. So that is Snake's turn. That's going to bring us to Hektor. Hektor the Gatekeeper.
I would like to spend... How far away from me is the Lich?
It's about 30 feet away from you.
It's about 30 feet away from me.
Yes.
Okay. So I have 2 zombies currently on me.
Yes.
How many more in between me and the Lich?
There are 2 zombies at your back. There are no zombies between you and this Lich. There's a clear line.
Okay. I'm going to charge the Lich.
Okay, 2 attacks of opportunities from these zombies. One of them got a 15 to hit you.
Is this
This is just your regular armor class.
regular armor class? 15 does not hit.
Okay, great. So these zombies desperately claw at your back as you turn tail and run away from them. Both of them miss, their claws scrabbling off of your armor, and you surge forward, pounding against the soil to close the distance towards this lich. Roll an attack roll.
Power attack minus, let's just do 2.
Okay.
We're being safe. Ooh, good, because I rolled pretty low, but that's still going to be 22.
You rush forward and swing your maul at the mass of mirror images swirling and shifting before you. And I rolled randomly to see if you would hit the actual lich. And you actually hit the lich, you piece of shit. Yeah, you hit the lich. What'd you get in your attack roll?
22.
22. That is, unfortunately, while you're right on the money with your target, you smash against its powerful mage armor spell. So you don't swing at a figment and disperse it. You swing at the actual lich. You get your hammer and through the shifting chaos actually hit the real figment. What's up?
I forgot that I charged.
Yeah, it's plus 2 to your attack roll.
Plus 2. Does a 24 hit?
That is a hit, yes. You make a man suspicious, you guys, with all these, I forgot the numbers thing. I see your game. Plus 2.
I mean, can you remember the meta of, like, we started this fight a month and a half ago, or whatever?
Beth, don't break kayfabe. We've never not recorded every... Stop it. We're always on schedule. We're always on time. We never have any problems with recording or releasing episodes. Come on. Yeah. Roll damage, bro. You hit the lich.
24. Sorry. 24 points of damage.
Excellent. Yeah. Hector the Gatekeeper, you rush forward wielding your oversized hammer and you swing it. Pure fury, pure force. You recall your fight with the Medusa in the depths of Grotmire, and you close your eyes for just a moment, trusting your gut to guide your swing, and you actually hit the lich through his swarming series of copies and clones, and you strike him. You get past his arcane armor with the fury of your charge, and you crumple him a bit as your gigantic hammer smashes into his form. He looks enraged at the impudence. He stares down at you in fury, his eyes glowing blue underneath his shining crown, and he screams in rage. Nicely done. That's going to make it Zurabak's turn. Zurabak, there's 2 zombies right in front of you. There's a lich a little bit away. What do you do?
One more turn of Inspire Courage.
I'm going to stabify them.
Fantastic. Roll an attack roll.
Right. Lowered strength. Then stupid song. Making me do math. 20-something.
That is a hit. Absolutely. You bring
26.
You bring your spear to bear against this zombie, and you absolutely hit the mark. Roll damage.
Spear is a D8. 11 points of damage.
Nice. That is a nearly dead zombie. You stab your spear right through its chest and wrench it free. This creature is horrifically wounded. You've snapped off one of its arms as you pull your spear loose, but it is still standing.
All right, then I attack again with my second attack.
Roll it up.
What is my second? +7, -1, +1. Oh, so it just equals there. 26.
That's a hit. Nicely done.
Damage. Fucking Same roll.
Well, that zombie is dead. With this second blow, you pin it to the ground with fury and frustration. Your spear goes right through it and pins it to the soil. It is dispatched.
Then I scream out how nobody lowers Zurabak's strength. Nobody saps Zurabak's strength but Zurabak.
Zurabak am strongest. Ruger Firehide. It is your turn. There's 2 zombies on your butt. You got a clear line to this lich that Hektor is now engaging. What do you do?
Yeah, I feel like I should probably provoke those attacks of opportunity as well. So I'm going to move the 30 feet required to get to the lich. And I'm going to go ahead and attempt to hit it with my flaming battle axe. Now that Hektor's hit it...
Hey, Ruger, it's that one.
Yeah, right, okay. Yeah, so I am going to...
You can't? Okay.
I'm going to rush. I'm going to rush at the lich.
2 attacks of opportunity on your butt. Let's see what they get. Damn, one of those is a 20, a dirty 20 to hit you. And the other one's a 17. Does that hit you?
Both of them hit.
Okay, your regular armor class.
Wait. Regular. My armor class is 19. So
you get hit 1 time for 3 points of regular damage from a zombie as you turn and rush away from them charging this lich. And you get up to the lich and you get 1 fucking attack.
And I'm gonna smite evil.
Excellent. Let me see if you hit the actual lich or one of its copies. And shisha. Okay, you swing your weapon, and you... What'd you get on your attack roll?
So 28 to hit.
You rush forward, your axe shining with divine light and streaming flame, and you swing. Your axe passes through one of these shifting forms and winks it out of existence. Unfortunately, you have hit one of its mirror images, but there are now only 3 of them left. So, better chance to hit next time. But yeah, you have dispatched one of its shadow clones, which winks out of existence as your axe passes through it. Now has 3 copies left. Nice. You are now toe-to-toe with Hektor, staring this thing down.
And Snake.
Snake. Rilla Longshadow. You stand before the martyr's tree, staring down the tree's spirit guardian, this horrific dread wraith that towers above you. You have changed your form, channeling your shape-shifting magic, and now stand as a 9-headed hydra, fearsome beast with 9 sets of snapping jaws. As you use your turn to transform, it is now the lich's turn, and it is going to stare down at you and say in a horribly familiar voice, "You've become so powerful, daughter. I can't believe what a strong woman you've become."
Oh, fuck off.
You hear your mother's voice emanating from the hood of this...
My quote-unquote mother, please. I'm used to these manipulation tactics.
The hood of this wraith-like figure is pushed back, and you see your mother's face. It is spectral, its form shimmering, but you see the long, delicate ears, the kind eyes, and the sharp cheekbones of your mother looking down at you. And as you say that you're over these manipulations, this wraith says, "Oh, there are no manipulations, my dear. The souls of the ancestors sacrificed to this tree live inside it and become part of the guardian spirit. Your father and I were cut down here in this place by Elder Willow when you were so young. And now we serve the tree. We serve the guardian spirit. I've missed you so, and I am so sorry that I must make you join us here. And another black tendril reaches out in your direction to try to harm you. Let's see. Well, I got a 21 on a touch attack.
So okay, I know we tried to prep this so that I wouldn't have to like
Just use
figure it
whatever
out on the fly.
stats for AC the monster has. So if you have the stat block up, just the touch armor class for the
Okay.
monster.
Let me see. Its touch is not good. It's a 9.
Okay, so you get hit. You're going to take 10 points of regular damage,
Okay.
and you are going to take 2 points of constitution damage.
And for every point of con damage, how many HP do I lose? Is it 2?
That's a good question. Give me a sec.
Considering you've taken 9 points off my con so far, it'd be good to... I'm just not sure how to do that math. So
Hold on. Pause the game. Pause.
This pause has been brought to you by the concept of coffee. Coffee. That's the stuff.
Not the essence of coffee.
No, the concept of coffee. We could not get sponsorship from the essence of coffee.
Parker, you did philosophy. What's the philosopher who said there's like one ideal chair or whatever? Is that the Platonic ideal? Is that right?
Fuck if I know.
Okay. I was trying to make a joke like it's brought by the Platonic ideal of coffee, but I don't know if that's the right philosopher. So never mind.
It's been so long since I've looked at any of that.
For shame.
I know.
So let us all praise Caffeinea, goddess of coffee.
So you lose for every point your modifier goes down.
Uh-huh.
You lose 1 health point per level you have. So that's if it's gone down by 9 points, your modifier's gone down by 4 points. So that's 40 health.
Okay. Jesus Christ, this is going to be a short fight.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
So once again, this creature reaches out with an inky black tendril, speaking to you with your mother's voice, and rips the health right out of your body. And even in this powerful Hydra form, you are rocked and you shudder as your life essence is ripped from you. It is your turn. What would you like to use this powerful form to do?
My mother would not do this to me. Whatever scrap of her soul might still be here, there is absolutely no way she would trap me in the heart of a corrupted forest to suffer forever. So fuck you, dead piece of shit, soulless, whatever you are. And then I bite it 9 times.
Excellent. So, because our intrepid heroine, Rilla Longshadow, has chosen the form of a Hydra, a scaled, multi-headed beast, Hydras are able to attack once per head they have on every one of their turns. And so we have a 9-headed Hydra that is 9 different melee attacks. And Beth, if you could remind our listeners about the particular piece of gear you purchased for specifically this fight.
I purchased a ghost, a ghost shroud, which makes all my melee attacks act as though I was using a ghost touched weapon. So essentially, I don't have to roll any, do I hit or not? They all hit.
So even though your enemy is incorporeal, you have no chance to miss them because your bites are guaranteed to hit even ghosties.
Yep.
Excellent work. Let us roll these attacks.
I think the most efficient way to do this, unfortunately, is going to be to just use an online roller, because otherwise it's going to take a while. So
do it up.
All right, so I need 9, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's see how many hit first. We got those plus 13 on everything. I should have done that first, shouldn't I? So, okay, so 26, 29, 32, 26, 30, There's a can I critical dead? No, I can't. I just hit them all. Okay, how about this? The only one that probably didn't hit, unless you want to tell me, Sam, like, because I have 2 more 16s, a 20, and then a 4. So the 4 would be a 17. That's my only low.
17 doesn't hit. What's the next lowest?
The next lowest is a 13, which is a 26.
That is 8 hits against this wraith.
Yes. Okay.
All but one of your blows connect. Your multitude of fanged maws at the end of a multitude of long, sinuous necks falls in a horrific display of carnage upon this wraith. Empowered by this ghost shroud, your fangs find purchase on every trailing bit of its shadowy form, and you start tearing out chunks of this fucking thing left and right. Roll damage.
Okay, so the damage is 1d10 plus 5 per attack.
So 8d10 plus 40.
Yeah. Okay, so the total is actually 89 points of damage.
Okay. That's a spicy meatball. Excellent.
I bite it in the face. I bite it right in the face that is not my mom's. Repeatedly.
So yeah, your many-fanged heads descend upon this wraith, tearing it apart. You bite at the corners of this thing's massive face in the guise of your mother, and you rip off enormous chunks of its spectral form. The pieces you rip off dissolve into nothingness as you take huge bites out of it. You have shredded this thing terribly. It screams out in 1,000 different voices as you rip out parts of it, and its face shifts into 1,000 different faces as it screams in this horrific chorus. You see faces of what have to be long dead elves, your ancestors. You see your mother's face, and you see your father's face flit across its head as you tear into it. It is still floating before you, even after that terrible onslaught. It is greatly diminished. It is horribly wounded. You have done a terrible amount of damage, but it is still floating before you, reduced but still existent. And it says, "You would strike against your own blood. Blood knows blood. Blood heeds blood." And we're going to jump to outside. Back to the undead horde. So, Snake and Hektor and Ruger are standing before this lich while Zurabak hangs out in the back. The elven archers have seriously fucked up this horde of zombies. There are very few left, and the rest that are left have started surging toward the tree line to take care of the elves there. You see a few cracks of lightning as Dara unleashes hell on these zombies, frying them with her lightning bolts, and a couple well-placed shots are diminishing this horde of zombies. The only thing really left fucking with you guys is this lich. And this lich is going to use some magic, if you can believe that shit.
Meh.
I use counterspell.
Do you have that?
No.
Okay,
and
so
that's not a thing really in 3.5.
So Brian, you can't use spells that you don't have. I don't know if just to clarify for the listeners at home, if you don't know a spell, you can't use it.
Can I roll a bardic knowledge check to know that spell? Because I've heard the specific details in lore.
So this lich is going to hold up its arm and point it at Hektor the Gatekeeper, and it utters a dread incantation, and a jet black ray of crackling energy snaps straight towards you. Hektor, I'm going to roll a touch attack real quick. And, fudge. Well, let's see. Well, it got an 8 to hit your touch armor class. I'm guessing that's not a hit.
Correct.
Fantastic. So yeah, it holds out its hand to try to blast you with this powerful spell. It misses. This crackling black energy hits the ground right beside you, and an enormous swath of grass and shrubbery at your feet instantly dies. It is blackened and wilting the second this beam touches it, like a 10-foot wide patch of greenery instantly is destroyed, desiccated, blackened at your feet as you narrowly dodge this attack. Nicely done. I was really hoping to hit someone with that, but, we can't always get what we want. That's the Lich's turn. There's a smattering of zombies left. There's one left by Zurabak, and it is going to try to shock and grasp him. What do you know? It got the touch attack. It does 7 points of lightning damage.
Is it rolling defensively for them casting them spells?
Yes. So you're gonna take 7 points of damage from a shocking grasp, and then there's actually a zombie stuck on Snake, it can't get out of his coils, so it's gonna try to shock Snake because it's just too big to get around. It got a 16 to hit Snake's touch. Is that enough?
Yeah.
Okay. 3 points of shocking damage to Snake, and that is the undead's turn. We're back at the top of the order. Nicely done, y'all. It is Snake's turn. Snake is before the Lich. What does Snake do?
Snake bites at said Lich.
Roll me an attack roll.
20 altogether.
All right. Your snake rushes through the figments, the mirror images, shifting around this Lich, and lands an attack on the creature itself, but its fangs skitter off of its mage armor, and unfortunately it is unable to make contact. So that is Snake's turn. Hektor, the gatekeeper, keeper of the gates, it is your turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna just hit as hard as I fucking can.
Roll an attack roll.
-3 power attack.
Well, that's not as hard as you can, but I like where you're coming from.
As hard as I can is including damage. It's coming up with the best ratio.
Sure.
Here.
Yeah, roll an attack roll.
Okay. Ooh. That's still 21.
You annihilate one of the clones surrounding this Lich. Your attack smashes through one of its figments, shifting around it, and you dispel it completely. You have not hit the Lich, but you've destroyed one of its clones. There are now only 2 of these mirror images around it. So you have an even better chance of hitting it.
Okay. I will take my second attack. That one is a 27.
You smash another one of its clones. There is now only 1 clone left. So Hektor, with his powerful muscle, swings his oversized maul, and you shred through 2 of these figments. It is now 50-50 whether or not you hit the Lich. You have dispelled 2 of its shadowy mirror images, leaving only 1 left. Nicely done.
Ruger, we killed 3 of them.
That is going to make it Zurabak's turn. Zurabak, there's a zombie right next to you.
Zurabak stabifies it.
Fantastic. Roll an attack roll.
20-something.
That is a hit. Roll damage.
8 plus 7. 8 plus 8. 16.
With that, you drive the tip of your spear up through that zombie's fucking brain. You kill it in 1 blow, destroying it. Its magical tattoos wink out, and it collapses to the forest floor.
Stupid zombie. And Zurabak meanders towards the Lich, I guess.
Understood. Cool. So yeah, you walk up and you close with the Lich. You're now standing shoulder to shoulder with your comrades. Ruger Firehide, it is your turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna unload a full round attack on what, 2 Liches?
There are
Is that what's happening?
there's 1 Lich and 1 clone.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely going to start with the first one. So, that is a 30. Wait, is Inspire Courage still going?
Sorry, no, that ended.
Yep.
I meant to mention that. That just ended.
Okay. So then that is a 30 of my attack.
You hit the Lich. Roll damage.
I sure do. I missed that smite. That
You
I
got another
wasted on
one?
a clone. No.
Okay.
Not till next level. Okay, well, I will take that. So that is 14 points of slashing damage and 5 points of fire damage. And then I'm going to hit it again. Or I'm going to sure try. Well, maybe not. 14.
You are able to strike the Lich again, but you bounce off of its arcane armor.
Oh, okay. That's fun. Alright, Steel Shield time.
Yep.
Yeah, that's good. 29 to hit.
You dispel the last of the clones. Now there is only the Lich.
Effectively, you might say.
Your brother is dead. Your brothers are all dead.
Ooh, wow. Phenomenal roll for my last attack roll. 28.
Hell yeah. That is absolutely a hit.
And that is 7 points of bludgeoning damage. And...
Excellent. So yeah, Ruger, with your last...
Oh, and I bleed a little bit. Onto the red grass because I'm fucked up.
Yeah, with your lovely flurry of attacks, you knock out the last of these fucking clones, and you smash this Lich. This motherfucker is not looking great. He's still floating there ominously with rage-filled eyes, full of magical energy, but he's way worse for wear, and there's now just a wall of you fucks standing right in front of him. It's not looking good. And now we flit back to the Martyr's Tree, where Rilla stands off against the Guardian Spirit. It is the Guardian Spirit's turn, and it is going to, screaming in pain and fury, its face flitting between 1,000 different forms, screaming with 1,000 different voices. It's going to reach out a tendril to draw the life out of you, Rilla Longshadow. And that's like a 32 to hit your touch armor class.
Good God, yeah.
So you're going to take 4 points of regular damage, and it is going to drain your constitution by 8 points.
Okay. Hang on. So I'm at a con of 3
Okay.
at this point.
Okay. Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
Still barely clinging to life, this tendril rips your vital essence out of your body. You feel your heartbeat slowing. Your blood is creeping through your veins like sludge. You're getting lightheaded and dizzy as this wave of death magic sweeps into you. And it is miraculously your turn.
The last huzzah. Okay.
What do you do?
I say, I mean, either way, it's, goodbye, mother and father. One way or the other, this is ending. I hope I get to send your souls out of the forest to be with Narrativa, as they should be. And then I bite it as much as I can.
Hell yeah. 9 attack rolls with your fanged maw.
Do you say that with 9 mouths?
Yeah, of course.
Can Hydras talk?
They can in this game.
I mean, I don't think I lose the ability to talk, do I? I still have intelligence. I'm not like...
You can understand talk, I'm sure, but I think it depends on your mouth.
Certain creatures can't talk, but it's fine.
Okay, so let's see. Let me roll the dice that are bad. I got a 2 in there. I'm going to assume that a 15's not going to hit.
That is not a hit.
I got 2 4s, which would be 17s.
Those are not hits.
And then the next lowest is a 13, which we already confirmed does hit. So it's 6 hits.
Okay.
Yeah, 2 19s, 2 14s, 13, and an 18. So 6 hits. D10.
So that's going to be 6d10 plus 30.
Oh, I hope this does it. So that is 65 points of damage. And Rilla takes a bow, because I'm dead next turn if it's still kicking.
You rear back, you say this emotional, heartfelt goodbye to your parents, and you rear back in your powerful, monstrous form, clinging to life, your vitality leached from you, and you lash out, all 9 of your Hydra heads tearing into the flesh of this spectral wraith, and you rip enormous chunks from it, which dissipate in the air, and it gets smaller and smaller and smaller as you tear into it, until finally there is only a face hovering, flashing in 1,000 different visages of your elven ancestors, and it once again takes the form of your mother, who looks at you with those wide, kind eyes you remember from your childhood so long ago, and it mouths the word thank you before the last of your jaws snaps shut on it, and you defeat the guardian spirit!
Yeah!
Hell yeah!
Whew.
You destroy this dread wraith, and the second your jaw clamps down on its face, dispelling the last wispy strands of its incorporeal form, a blast of magical energy sweeps out from it. The bark of the tree ripples, sending shudders all along its trunk, shuddering the upper boughs of its great height and writhing the roots in the soil beneath you. And the thrashing of it is so violent and so chaotic that the opaque veil of jet blackness around you cracks in these spider-webbing patterns that shoot through the whole thing, and then it shatters in an explosion. You see your Aunt Arafin and the stricken blown backwards off their feet, smoke rising from their bodies as the arcane energies reverberate back into them, and the tree itself starts to darken and blacken, the crimson leaching off of its form, dripping off of the leaves like a blood rain that drips onto everything, as if every bit of red in this tree is surging up through the trunk to condense and drop from every one of these leaves. And Arafin holds herself up shakily on an elbow and says, "Child, you must destroy the tree. It is being corrupted. You must destroy it." What do you do?
How can I? Is this? I mean, do I just bite it? I mean, I could bite it.
I would. It's not a bad call. It's worked so far.
Yeah, all right. I just go up and this feels like a weird symbolism of it. I'm not sure what it means, but I bite my ancestral tree to death, I guess.
Yeah. You surge forward, and with your 9 heads, you work like a chainsaw. The bark of this tree has become surprisingly brittle, with this blackness sweeping up the trunk as all this crimson leaves it, dripping down from the trees in this blood rain. You tear into it, ripping out enormous chunks, and with your 9 heads working in sync, you tear through this thing, and rip an enormous hole in the side of it, which starts it falling. It starts to crackle louder than any thunder you've ever heard in your life. This horrible creaking, shattering sound as a tree older than the forest itself starts coming down, and it wavers, leans, and finally falls with a boom so loud that it blasts your eardrums. Everyone in the clearing and you all fighting the Lich are blown immediately off your feet as the ground jumps underneath you. And every single zombie that is toiling in the underbrush, surging towards the elves in the trees, has their arcane tattoos flare and disappear instantly, all at once, and in a wave they fall back to the earth as inanimate corpses. The Lich, hovering before you all, writhes and screams wordlessly as the intricate webwork of tattoos scrawled across its skin also flashes and disappears, and a gaunt elven corpse, regally festooned, falls to the ground before you, and the threat of the undead is ended. And that is where we will end. Hello and welcome to As the Dice Turns, a podcast after the podcast where we take a deep dive into our player characters' motivations, characterizations, frustrations, and try to get a better understanding of them as people. In this part of our show, we like to ask each of our protagonists a question and see if we can unearth some deeper truths about them. I am very nervous today because the energy in the studio is what I'd call fraught, chaotic, and not gnarly in the least. As some of the listeners may know, a skate park has been constructed in my beautiful professional studio. Walls have been knocked down. There's half pipes, there's vert ramps, there's loop-de-loops, there's all manner of just shreddable stuff, grind rails just everywhere, all over my beautiful equipment. And Snake's skateboarding gang of gnarly skating animals has been posturing more and more and coming into conflict with Rilla's gang of rollerblading alley cats and circus performers. It's even hard for me to keep track of what the fuck's going on. There's a lot of trash talk outside the studio. I think people are throwing bottles. We'll see how far we can get in today's episode. But it's not looking good. I guess first, Rilla Longshadow, can you come answer a question?
Do I have to? I'm kind of busy, host.
Look, I'm sure your rollerblading circus freaks can do fine without you for just a second. Can you peel yourself?
It's really hard to file a rollerblade wheel into a knife. Did you know that? It takes forever.
I can imagine that's got to be tricky. That's certainly...
Look at it. It's like a square right now. I'm not even done yet.
Yeah, I can't... Does that make it more aerodynamic? Is that good for the skating?
No, it's good for the stabbing.
Oh,
I mean, it will
right.
be.
Okay, right. No, that's true. Yeah, I guess that's true. Well, yeah, I mean, Rilla, if you can spare a moment from the battle lines, the question for today is, what's the biggest lie you've ever told? I mean, I don't even know if we can get into this. It's getting pretty fucking hairy out there. Is that...
Blasphemer! Get her! She's a blasphemer!
Ruger,
Whatever, old man.
Firehide, I'm gonna need you to take...
Put down your skate blades, child, and face judgment.
Okay, Firehide, I need you to take your longboard outside, okay? No skate fights.
Do not touch my holy instruments, sir. This is a blessing from Lord Snake, and it is my bond to him.
Ruger, you gotta wait your turn, okay? This is chaos. You gotta wait your turn, all right?
Why don't we ask a question about why Ruger is so malleable? You know?
That's a good point.
I'm-
Ruger, how come you just fall into whatever faction happens to pop up in our studio?
Okay, easy, guys. Easy. It's not like old Ruger's been going through a midlife crisis or anything. I mean, it's in no way, shape, or form is this my convertible skateboard.
Sure. You're just
not that.
Yeah, you're just riding a longboard and tagging and, hanging out with skate punks. This isn't a midlife crisis at all.
I am a lawyer. There's that.
You were a Roomba lawyer, which is kind of what we're getting at. Look, you know what? Let's get everybody in here. Zurabak, can you calm down your snake and their army? Because you got Ruger going nuts too. Can you talk Snake down from this conflict?
Listen, just because Ruger is weak-willed and Snake is clearly the dominant animal here, I'm not doing anything.
So you can't talk Snake off this ledge of taking his skateboard crew of animals to war.
It's what he wants to do.
Great. Hector, just to clarify, what side are you on?
Hector starts rolling a large, colorful cannon into the room.
Hector, what the fuck is that?
Honestly, Hector, what is that?
Just gonna ignore you guys while Hector sets everything up and points the cannon in the general direction of the half pipes, and then grabs a cord and climbs inside the cannon. And then Hector yells, "It's a rumble!" and pulls the cord and fires out of the cannon.
Sharon, get the helmets. It's gonna get bad. You know what? We can't do this shit right now. The battle lines are forming. Oh god, there's fur and scales everywhere. That's gonna do it for As the Dice Turns. We're gonna have to check back in with everyone next week.
Come here!
Someone get his pants!
Guys, I landed!
That's gonna do it for As the Dice Turns. Thanks for listening to our little program. Pray for me! Keep those dice rolling. Hey there, dear listener. Sam the DM here, checking in with the credits at the end of the show. Challenge Rating 0 was edited by the incomparable Audius Prime, aka Matt Sims. You can find more of his work at audiusprime.com. Music for Challenge Rating 0, including our amazing theme song, is provided by the harp wolf Danielle Williams. You can find more of her work at danielletaylorharp.bandcamp.com, including her album Why Are We Surprised When Seasons Change. Additional music for Challenge Rating 0 is provided by Justin Ra. You can find more of his work at justinra.com, including his album Age of the Spirit. If you want to find us on social media, we are on Facebook and Instagram at Challenge Rating 0. We're at Twitter at Challenge_0. And if you'd like to email us here at the show and send in any questions for As the Dice Turn segment, you can send any emails to challengeratingzero@gmail.com. Any questions we receive will be read on air. If you'd like to support the show, we are on Patreon, patreon.com/CR_ZERO. We've got some bonus content on there for you folks if you are interested. And if you can't support us fungibly, we ask only that maybe you take some time to give us a review, recommend us to a friend, all that good stuff. Thank you so much for listening. We're still trying to make the best show we can for you folks. We're going to keep on keeping on. I hope you all take care of yourselves and each other out there. We'll see you next time.